Comrades and friends, mistakes are inevitable, whether it be in life or one's career. Mistakes will either be an opportunity for you to learn and grow, or, sadly, the final nail in one's coffin. My self-anointed duty is to ensure the former happens and the latter does not. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 career lessons that one will probably learn the hard way. I know for a fact that I learned them the hard way. Friends, comrades, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Job Hunter's Guide. If you are new around here, please do like and subscribe down below. The more people we can reach, the more people we can help. It's that simple. Making early mistakes. This could be something as simple as staying in a job for too long because initially you felt comfort, you felt satisfaction, and you felt like you didn't have to step out of your comfort zone and take any chances. Or it could be another situation where you're not satisfied at all with the job that you have, and the career you had initially sought is not what you're actually after. Perhaps even more frightening is that some people will relocate to another part of the country entirely, only to realize that they will be leaving the job after 3 weeks worth of work. And there's a reason I give that example. It's because that's what happened to me. Many people I have spoken to with established senior careers have said to me they focused so much on the upwards vertical career trajectory that they didn't realize until it was well into their career just how miserable it made them. But the point I am trying to make is do not be afraid to take action to try and rectify the situation. If you are suffering from an injury, you would not hesitate to apply first aid. You would do it and take action immediately. The same concept applies to one's career. Take action to mitigate early mistakes. Going behind your manager's back. One lesson I learned very quickly into my first job was do not try and do anything behind your manager's back, because they will find out, and when they do find out, it will not be a pretty sight. Now, the company that I was at was quite keen for internal employees to shift to different departments when needed, but my mistake was doing that so quickly after just 1 week's worth of work, and scheduling meetings with the IT department behind my manager's back. So when the members of the IT department that I had spoken to decided to get in touch with my manager, all hell and chaos broke loose. Long story short, you don't want any black marks on your record, especially if you're someone that's just starting out his career. So don't try and do anything behind your manager's back, because as mentioned, and as experienced by myself, it will come back to haunt you. Failing to negotiate your contract. If we're talking about salaries in particular, it can go one of 2 ways. Either you underprice yourself, or you overvalue yourself. Both are equally bad. Getting the number right on the money, if you'll pardon the pun, is not an easy thing to do, but it's so important that you get paid exactly what you're worth. If you just blindly accept the first offer without renegotiating a higher salary or further benefits and perks, it could very well lead to missed opportunities both for now and in the future. So analyze your current experience and your previous achievements. Does that increase your stock by a tremendous amount? If so, throw back another offer to the employer. And don't forget, it's a partnership, so don't be afraid to throw back another offer. Remember, the company needs you to increase their growth and increase their profits, and you need them to help drive your career forward and accelerate your own achievements. This whole process of negotiation is about being valued. So make sure you are valued. Implementing poor time management. Time management is the process of organizing and prioritizing tasks to make the most efficient use of one's time. This can involve goal setting, priority ranking, what comes first, what comes next, and allocating different periods of time to each task. Ultimately, as you go through your job, you will start to accumulate more responsibilities and more tasks. When that happens, you need to make sure you're on top of it because it can very quickly engulf you and you can feel very stressed if you do not get on top of the tasks that you have been set. When you manage your time effectively, you have a much clearer mental understanding of what the priorities are and where you need to allocate your resources. For example, if I had a set of tasks that were due at the end of the working week, as opposed to other tasks that I still did need to complete, but were due in 2 weeks' time, of course I'm prioritizing completing the tasks that are due at the end of this working week. So allocating your time accordingly can be most effective for you to get the best results. There are many ways in which you can improve your time management skills. For example, one of my best friends in the workplace, shockingly, is my calendar, because I can allocate time for internal meetings, meetings with clients, and completing tasks. You could also try techniques such as the red, amber, green method, or RAG method as it's more commonly referred to. The way this works is that you highlight tasks as green if you are on top of them and comfortable with them. If they are in progress but you still have work to do, you highlight them as yellow. If you are well behind and really need to get a move on in getting those tasks completed, you highlight them as red. You need to find which technique works for you. Every person is different. Every person will have their own ways of prioritizing their tasks. So long as you are on top of them, so long as you keep your stress levels to a minimum, so long as you have clear goals set, personal and professional, and so long as you get the tasks completed on time, then you're on to a winner. Work smarter, not harder. As inconceivable as it may sound, putting in the most number of hours is not going to get you the promotion or the pay rise that you're after. Working smarter, on the other hand, working efficiently, completing tasks on time, that is what's going to get you the promotion and the pay rise. Working harder involves things like prioritizing quantity over quality, putting in an obscene amount of time to complete tasks, which will often, more often than not, I might add, lead to burnout. Working smarter, on the other hand, that involves what we discussed before with time management, strategic management, optimizing your productivity levels, prioritizing the tasks accordingly, and finding ways to increase your efficiency. Minimum effort, maximum satisfaction. That's the mantra. Last but not least, self-promotion sells. For example, if you were involved on a big project with a big client, let people know about it. You have to be visible. You've got to be present. You need to act like the man. I figured this out very quickly, that the people who make the most noise are the ones who are paid attention and the ones who get the rewards. You have two choices. You can either learn the rules of the game or just sit on the sidelines and watch the promotions go to all the other people who may not be entirely deserving of them. Listen, you've got to be your number one cheerleader. Nobody else is going to do it for you. If you're the loudest in the room and not overselling it, but making sure people know what you've managed to accomplish, it's only just going to put you in a good light and say, this guy knows what he's doing. This guy's always on it. This guy is the go-to man. And here's a little clue: when it comes to advocating for yourself and marketing yourself, the right go-to person is not often your boss, it's your boss's boss. So you need to find a way to get your nose out in front. If you're somebody that doesn't care too much about progressing your career forward and you're quite happy with the level that you're at, again, there's nothing wrong with that. This last point is just, it's not for you. But if you're somebody that has their eyes set on moving up in an organization and forward with your career, then you need to stop being so stubborn and embrace selling yourself. Alright, so hopefully you won't have to go to the School of Hard Knocks to learn these lessons. Keep an eye out for them as you go through your career and you will avoid a lot of pain. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all real soon.